There we go. Boom.
Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to Team RaddTitan. And this is the weekly collectors chat. This is chat number 341. We're going to be going over a few topics today. We're going to be covering some fan art pieces. We've got a load of fan art to go through. We are going to tackle this subject of if modernization to your statue, does it increase or decrease the value? We're going to give some examples, tools and some stuff. Yeah, customization, modernization, however you want to do it. We've got obviously the latest company update stuff, all the shares of the week, and we're going to be going through what any of either me or Alex have got in ourselves, and obviously fill in your questions as we go along. If you don't know, I'm George, and over there, some reason color coordinated and in a strange way with looking like some sort of hairy fish finger is Alex. So we're going to be filling your questions and just basically having a bit of banter and a laugh all the way through this. Welcome and mad love to you, bro. So how are you? Are you all right?
Yeah, not too bad. I went to walk the dog and then I thought, oh, fuck it, I've got bad enough hair, so I might as well keep that on. So I thought, fuck it. So, yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Trying to think really, what did I do this week? I got a steam valve, that's what I got. This fucking massive piece of big,
What's that?
It's like a console.
Ah, okay.
Let's see what comes up. There you go. Let's see, play with games on it.
Oh, cool, right?
Yeah, it's pretty good actually. It's actually, I mean, it looks like a fucking lump, but it's.
I'm still using that thing.
Oh yeah. No, I actually, there's some really good games on there. Some really good games on this, and I got I haven't because I've got a Steam, a Switch. Never used it. I got it because Tyler owed me some money, so he said I was looking for a Switch because I wanted it to play on GameCube games, and then I realized it doesn't actually play GameCube games, and you can't even hack it or do anything like that to play GameCube games. So it's quite useless. So for me, I wanted to get something else, and I never used it, so I got this thing which you can do pretty much everything on. It's like basically, if you want to, you can mount it and use it as a PC. Like plug it into a keyboard and a mouse cool. PC, so it's quite powerful. So I played like RoboCop on it the other day, which it's pretty good actually. It's quite a good game. It's not the best game, but it's like nostalgia to it. You know, you play it and you're like, the intro music's just like
is that like an arcade game or something back in the day?
No, it's a new game. It's a new game.
It's new.
It's like it's kind of done as like a sequel kind of to the movie.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, what happens after?
Yeah, and you know, it's not. I don't think it's the same actor. I think it might be the same woman. I think Nancy Allen might be in it, but all the other people aren't. But it's quite fun. It's quite fun to play, and obviously, just like you're playing it, then you do realise how slow RoboCop is. But anyway, and but I play Witcher, and I downloaded some new Resident Evil games and stuff like that to play on. Not new, but like remakes of the old ones that I haven't played yet. So yeah, got that in. And then I think Dan James is gonna take my Switch off me. So yeah, so to him. Give him to get some money back for this fucking Steam valve thing. Then other than that, no, I got that Kenshiro in. We're going to go over that anyway. Yeah, probably fucked up the scale on that, for fuck's sake. He's still over there pointing at me.
You're looking at him now. You're looking at him now, guy, that you big cunt.
Yeah, big long-legged cunt. God damn it. Yeah, we lasted 4 minutes. 4 minutes. There you go.
Right. It's a good one to start on, though. Just remember you saying to me like on the group or whatever it is on their sales, it's like 1/4 scale, and it's a third scale piece. It's third
scale. I mean, it's listed as 1/4 scale on the website, and I measured the figure, and I was like, yeah, it's a big figure, and I measured it. It's 23.5 inches, just the figure.
That's big. That's big if it's 1/4 scale. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, you know what? I mean, these characters are quite big in Fist of the North Star. I mean, Ral's got to be about fucking 12 foot tall at times. And I'm like, maybe. And then I looked all up, and I'm like, he's only meant to be 6'1". So I calculated that, and I'm like, yeah, that's only like 18 inches or something.
Yeah,
And
it's
God damn it as well, third scale. But then again, I do think the Guyver pieces are overscaled as well, but they kind of get away with it because of the fact they're like big robot things. So they kind of don't really consider it as much.
as
But
long as when they're near each other, those two look like they're from the same sort of planet, you're going to be fine.
probably won't. I mean, yeah. I mean, we'll see.
It's a bad sign when you get your fucking Virgin fucking media guy come round and is like walking through your statues and he's next to the Guyver and he looks again. He's like, oh, he's a big cunt, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, you it.
Hopefully, I mean, I no updates actually as well. Is I had a little bit of drive, I guess you can put it. So I ordered a load of shit, like loads of tools and loads of bits of equipment to do my loft. So we could try and get that sorted. I got like 600 pounds. Just Jesus. Just like fucking screws and whatever, like bits and pieces. It's just like, how is that? I guess I did buy a new screw gun and a new saw thing, but like, it adds up pretty quickly. You don't get a lot for your money nowadays. You don't get a lot at all. Well, yeah, no, I did a Sainsbury's shop online. It was like 127 pounds. Turns up, and I'm just like, "What are we having for dinner?" It's like fuck all here.
Nothing.
Yeah, it's just like Jesus, man.
I like sending Jenny something anyway, instead of me doing it. I'm the guy who does lists. So like she writes it down and then sends it to me in a text, and I'll just get everything that she says, and then I leave. And but then when I get home, it's like there's no free thinking for anything. So you're like, oh, I weren't smart. Whereas when she goes, she comes back with proper meals and proper dinners, and you're like, oh, good, that's good.
When I lived on my own, I was pretty good at that.
Yeah, you got to like get into that habit. Like Jenny does all that, so I don't really do that.
Yeah, Mary's very
like,
bad.
I never deviate. I never deviate from the list. Like everything you've asked for will be on it. But that's it.
Where'd you get from? But Mary, like, she's quite bad at all that business. She'll go and spend like 40 quid, and you come back and you just go like, "What did you buy?" Oh, I bought Logan some fruit and some this and I bought that. And yeah, but what are we having for dinner?
Dinner?
I have to go back to Sainsbury's now. God, damn it. Who we got here? So Leon in the house. How you doing, John?
Yo, brother.
How's it going, gentlemen? Great to see you both. Great to see you too, Crippler.
Thanks, man.
Yo. Dad in the house. Granddad. Cat Dad. Steam Deck. Yeah. I thought it's called Steam Valve Deck. Mitchell Lawrence. I was going to message you the other day, Mitchell. I went through all my VHS covers for my wall project thing. It's probably going to come out really badly, but anyway, we'll see. Worst case, I'm just going to have to paint my walls over the top of them. But I found all of the covers for Cyber City Oedo. So one, 2, and 3 in my stack of VHS covers. Leon, apparently the Switch 2 is going to have GameCube games, but I believe that when I see it. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame, really, because there's a few GameCube games I really want to play, and even with emulators, they're a little bit more difficult to find. And even the emulators now, they fucking separate in bio folders, so it's even harder. Critical Mass in the house. Have you seen the new 2D retro? Yeah, it looks really good. But the problem is the trailer probably showed the whole game. The trailer was well long. It's it looks like a Mega Drive game for Terminator 2. And it's coming out on like PlayStation and all that, and it looks really good.
Nice.
Yeah. So Darren Crofer still banned, still using his business account. Dave Wolf in the house. How you doing? You meant to call me? Fuck. Kinshiro is the size of Rao Destroyer in the film. Yeah, he should be. Yeah, it's crazy. Tommy Cole, hope all is well. How you doing?
All is great, brother. All is great.
Gorilla Man, 22 gents. Talk amongst yourself, guys. Talk amongst yourself. There you go. Let's just get straight into it because we've got quite a lot of stuff anyway.
Got a lot to go. Go on, let's go.
A lot to go over anyway, so might as well just pull it up and start getting straight into it.
Right,
If
go.
I can.
I love it. The business go.
Well, name. We'll go straight with your one with what's her name? Sultana. Oh
Who?
fuck! My screen's gone dead. What's going on there?
Sultana.
Yeah,
Like
Sultana.
as in like a
I'm
raisin.
joking. Yeah, I'm joking. I'm just bad mouthing your script.
Ah, fuck.
My screen's gone funny now. Hold on. Not happy about that. Oh well, that's not ideal, is it?
Happens in Shaft.
Yeah, my
I mean,
screen's well gone. Let's not talk about Sultana and I'll fucking Sultana, whatever it is.
I definitely find the guy that I fucking bought. I bought them from. Was it Scott Adams? Is that his name? Fucking, yeah, I got in not Sultan. I got in Statana. You know the sister to Damien Hellstrom. So it's obviously it's one of them sort of small obscure characters. Look how hairy his arm is. That his arm. Oh yes, his forearm. What a fucking Bigfoot and Henderson. What a fucking case. Oh yeah, I got in the mini bust of the Satana, which is quite a rare one actually. She goes for quite a bit of money. But she's the sort of twin sister to Damien Hellstrom, which is one of my favourite Bowen busts. So I got that in, and I got in the Executioner full size statue. Actually, Alex has the bust, which is really nice, but I got the full size one in. It's actually always a piece I've kind of liked, but it's actually quite hard to get hold of because the edition size on it is quite low. I think it's like 470 or something. So it's like a low run character. So pretty cool. And actually done really well. He's a lot firmer actually. Like he's in the statue form, he's a lot better built, more muscular. Like he's not sort of rounded. In the bust a bit, his face is a bit rounded, and his muscles his like build is a bit more sort of circus strongman kind of looking. Whereas in this guy looks like fucking, looks like an Olympian. He's well put together.
Guardian.
Yeah, but he's really like big, like he's really like built, like well put together. He's not like a chunky sort of fat guy or anything. Sort of like, so it's quite a nice touch. I was quite pleased with that. So managed to get him out of the box and have a look at them and do all that business. I'm trying to remember the guy that I actually bought off. I think it's Scott. I want to say Scott Adams. I hope I'm getting that right. If not, apologies. But yeah, I did a little payment plan thing with him. So this is the Satana one. Like I told you, he's the twin sister of Damien Hellstrom, and the story basically goes, they're like the son of Satan, and is Damien Hellstrom, and obviously she's like the other one. So if you're thinking Devil's Advocate, it's like it's like the other girl, the law girl, and Keanu Reeves, but they're like the twins. And she's really fucking evil. And that's the two of them together. And he is more like, he fights against his nature a bit more. And fights against like, evil and fights villains and stuff, which she's definitely 100% that.
He's in like Ghost Rider comics, isn't he?
Yeah. They come across everywhere. But yeah, she's beautiful. So I was really pleased with her. She come in and together look great as well. You underestimate how good that Damien Hellstrom is. It's definitely one of the best Bowen mini busts.
Weird muscles though around here.
Nah, they're great. It's just like he's just like a lean but muscular guy, like a cut guy.
Yeah, she was got big old boobies on her, isn't she?
Yeah, she's got a rack, man. Like the metallic paints and stuff on her. She's fit redhead as well. So she's quite sexy on that sort of ram skull as well, which is obviously going for the full Satan vibes there.
Yeah, I shaved my palms for you guys today, yes. Hobo tech support, thank you. You find your old cyber CEO weirdo. Nice. Yeah, no, I threw away all my VHS tapes a long time ago, and I always had this idea of keeping the VHS covers, and I went through them the other day because I bought like another 60 of them, and I wanted to just see what I had. And I had a lot of stuff which I forgot I had, which I was quite happy about, like all the Hellraisers and Evil Dead's Army of Darkness. I don't know Army of Darkness, sorry, that's a lie. Evil Dead, Nightmare on Elm Street, quite a lot of good stuff. I needed
Got a
Nightbreed.
steelbook of that the other day.
Yeah, you said that. Yeah,
The OG one.
yeah. I was quite surprised actually. I had.
This was really funny. This made me laugh. This is like the best masturbation advice I've ever heard.
Enjoy pull.
It's like pull and enjoy. I was like, okay.
I thought that when I saw that, I thought it was like your other guy, that Han guy.
He signs it.
Oh, okay.
This guy's just, I think that's a bit of a piss take having a laugh, but I enjoyed it a lot. Yes, this is the Executioner. It's the smallest fucking little base I've ever seen on one of their statues. So, you know, it's sculpted by Keith Kapinski. And, yeah.
Huh? I've not heard that one.
Yeah, he's done a few bits. He's done a few Bowen bits. So, yeah. It's not part of the base, that is. I was a bit confused by that. But you see how small that base is. Like, it's really small. But I think it's designed so that you can fit either Polaris or Hela or somebody in the little
circle,
in that little circle in front of him. So I'm probably going to put it just like off Loki's throne, just put him behind Loki. That's my sort of thinking about buying him. That was my idea. It is actually really nice. It's a nice, you see what I mean? See the size of the footprints and you see the size of the base. You're like, okay.
Jeez.
But yeah, he came out really nice, man. He's well put together, well muscular, good portrait on it. Axe, nice.
It gets fucking sweet time to get to you, doesn't it? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, well, it come by boat, didn't it? So it took about 7 weeks. I'm expecting as well now that this has arrived. I think about 2 or 3 weeks behind it was Blue Marvel.
Oh,
so the scale piece, the fan art piece. I'm expecting that in the next week or so.
Yeah. No, he's good.
Come out great, man. Well happy with it. So, no, not another one.
Yeah, you covered these ones last week, I think. But yeah.
So this is the Fire Lord. This is the part of the Herald's line. This is being made. I didn't cover that. I didn't show this last week. This picture. This is updated, like an update of where it's at the moment. But yeah, so this is where it is. I mean, obviously you got Tyrax and Morg, all of those guys there. So all the heralds are being done. Airwalker's being made. So there's lots of cosmic sort of characters on the thing. We've also seen the latest updates of thingy today as well, which I didn't know was getting made. Was you know, the guy from Thanos Quest. You know, when he actually gets all the gems. So they're making you know, the champion.
Oh, okay. That picture's later on. Yeah, I didn't know who he was.
Yeah, champion. Okay. Champion of the universe, isn't it?
Yeah. I had Quest, but I don't think I ever read it. I actually no, I'm talking about the end.
Yeah, you got to read it, man. That's where you first find out. When we were kids and we had the Marvel, the first Top Trump set that we ever had.
Yeah.
There was a guy in it called the Gardener. Unless you've read Thanos Quest, you wouldn't know the fuck he was. He's also one of the holders of the Infinity Stones.
Yeah.
So the Gardener has one of the stones as well. As does the champion.
Yeah. There is old Kenshiro there. Look. I mean, it's a nice piece. It did come out really nice, and you know, there's no issues with it other than the scale, really. It's well put together, well painted, clean. You know, no damages that I could see. A little bit dusty, but the guy did actually say, he goes, "Oh, sorry, it's dusty." But you know, is what it is.
You wet rag it or not?
I haven't had a chance yet, to be honest. I set it up over there, and then I kind of left him in the corner.
I fucking love doing that, man.
Yeah.
I literally love getting. I get like a fucking hot water, like a hot bucket of water, like, as hot as I can get it. Just a few microfiber cloths. I just literally wipe the whole piece from top to bottom. And then when you're done and you use another microfiber cloth to dry it, it looks brand new.
Yeah.
You just got to be really careful. There's a point. Huh?
There was a piece where when one of the first times we ever done it,
Yeah.
and literally it was like holy fuck.
Yeah.
We looked at it and we're like, oh my god, I think it might be one of Gary's pieces or something. It was, and it was so dusty, like so dusty. And we were like, oh fucking hell, man! And we literally took it, put it under the sink, and washed it. Just like we were like, holy shit, it's well different.
Yeah.
I remember doing that in my old house. God.
Sometimes the dust settles, so that the paint just looks really dull. You're like, wow, this is painted really bad. You know, but you take a wet cloth, warm cloth, and go over it, man. I'm telling you, get brand new.
A lot of the bone busts as well. You know, I've washed them, just literally put them under the tap, run the tap over it. And there was a guy I bought the guy's collection off him, and his stuff was really dusty. But the problem with his stuff, which is something that we don't really talk about in the hobby, is you know, it's all very well and good to be a pet-free, smoke-free home, but I don't really know what much damage your fucking pets can do unless they piss on it. I understand smoke can, you know, damage the paint and stain it, but the fucking guy vaped, and that is the worst stuff. That was so bad.
I mean, vaping around your statues is a definite no.
Vape, because
I mean, my mother fucking vapes, and that fucking shit is like sticky.
Yeah, well, that's the problem. It's all greasy, oily, sticky, and then all the dust goes onto it. And I can't remember what piece it was. I sold it on, and I washed it like really, really well. Washed it. Like, I literally got a fucking like sponge, wiped it all over, and then sold it to the guy. And I said, like, you know, just to let you know, da da da. And he got it, and he goes, "It stinks. It fucking stinks." I said, I've got no sense of smell, so I couldn't really do a smell check on it. But I washed it as best I could, done all that, and I said, I think I gave him like 50 quid back in the end. But you know, yeah, it's quite annoying, really.
Right, so more updated pictures of the fan art mold cosmic line. This one, so this is the serious face with the non-cosmic sort of axe. So this is what you get. I think the edition size on this now is at 40. It's set now, and I think I would be very surprised if there's any more. If these ain't all sold out by now. I mean, I got.
Actually, like, I like that one. I like that one better.
The way I would probably, it sounds ridiculous, but the way I would do it is I'm probably going to go with the cosmic axe and the serious face.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do the serious face and the cosmic axe.
Yeah, yeah.
But I like it all, and I like the fact that there's only one like version of this, and you get both axes and you get both portraits. I think it's looking great. I'm just going to have a little conversation with one of the guys about what they want to do with that bottom rim of the base. I just hope I want them to sort of be different to the boots and to the thing across them.
But also, these look like just a bit risky as well. All these spikes, and then you got this lip that goes around. It's quite risky, isn't it? Unnecessarily risky, I think.
No, I don't ever like to take those little details off, because otherwise the basis, you know, has no character. So just gonna have to go with that. But yeah, I want it. I would like it like brighter, like a little bit like. So, but I'll ask and see what they're going to do. Just a suggestion. But yeah,
yep, it's the same company that does.
It is. Yeah. But champions a lot earlier. That's like the first.
Guys only booked my trip to Boracay. Is that in 3 weeks?
No idea.
Wait,
where is that?
Philippines. If that's where I'm thinking of, that's when I went to fucking Philippines, it was closed for like they were cleaning it, so I never got to see it. It's mentioned I want a really beautiful beach. If that does say Boracay, I mean. But yeah, no, he's really cool.
I'm very surprised that you are not getting this piece. When I got Terax in and he was gone, sold out, you were like, that was a mistake. I should have got that.
I think that's one of the reasons as well. Is I would want Tarax and him, but then
Yeah,
the other side of
Tarex I never see on
yeah,
the site. I haven't, but there's
the other side of it as well is I don't have my shit set up, and I need to know what I've got to work with.
yeah,
I do have like a list of things that I want to get back, like from like older pieces I want to get,
yeah.
and I need to work out what I have, if I have any space. I need to work out what I need to get rid of, and I know I got
Problem
like
is though, you won't. You'll now. What will happen is when this is gone, to get hold of this, it's going to cost you a lot more.
yeah.
So it's the same as Tarax. If it comes up again, you never see that. I get loads of people messaging me about
Yeah.
Tarax. Like, want to sell it. I don't know.
Boracay Island, Philippines.
Yeah,
Was in
anyway,
2009. Got chased around by vendors all day and night. Boracay, spelled it wrong, but yes, in the Philippines. Yeah,
okay,
I do know some stuff.
nice. Especially
And then,
beaches major.
yeah. So what we're going to just go into is just like the title topic category of this, which is statue customization. Does modifying increase or decrease the value of your statue?
Okay, so Alex asked me for pictures of some of the repainted projects and custom. I mean, not all the customization, because most of my pieces actually do have bits on it. So this is actually the XM Studios original Thanos. This was a long time ago. This piece was it 10 years ago?
Yeah, 2015. Yeah, it must be. Yeah.
So the base is a fan art base. I think there's some pictures of it on here. I can't remember how many of them they made, but it wasn't many. I think it was like 50 or 30 to sit here. So I don't know if I sent you a picture of the underside of it. I think I did. But you got the Iron Man, you get the Captain America, and you get Shield, and you get the hammer, and obviously the Silver Surfer board that he's standing on.
Is that his helmet? Is that his helmet there?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's if let's say, for example, you wanted to do the XM Thanos with no helmet, the board portrait. You can have his helmet sort of on the rock or just sitting there with him.
Yeah.
So, obviously I've had this repainted from top to bottom by Ian Wilkinson. I've got a customized Infinity Gauntlet on his hand as well. Sometimes I like the depiction where the actual Infinity Gauntlet is different to the other gauntlet.
Yeah.
Sometimes I enjoy that. I kind of like that sort of looks. That's why I got that one.
Yeah, because they did do a lot of the art where it looks like he's got two Infinity Gauntlets almost. If you look at the inside of his belt. Yeah.
But then in more modernized comics, so not Infinity Gauntlet, but in more modernized comics, there's a variation of how they look. So I kind of some of the depictions I like are that has a variation on it. So that also has that I've added you can see that I've added the Drax, Drax's blade and some other bits and pieces to it. I mean it's covered with Dead Avengers now. So it's even more sort of violent than it started. But yeah, I mean that's the project I did with that. I mean obviously I've added a customized base, repainted the entire thing, and switched out pieces to the actual statue itself. So this actually becomes, one of a kind. I guess the real question is where do you value this? Because the real problem with customization to this degree and modernization to this degree is I have nothing to gauge this against.
Yeah.
This is the only one that this is the only one that exists, is the one I have. You don't have it, because I have Right Guy, I think, is the guy who did that gauntlet. There isn't many of those. I think there's 30 of them. The base, I think
half of them were fire hazards anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't dare turn it on. That's for sure.
Yeah.
The base again is really low edition, and obviously I've repainted the entire thing. So, it's very rare. How well done. Yeah.
It makes it unique in with your own style. Might be worthless to others, but priceless to you.
Yeah, but here's where you have a problem. See, here's where that sort of theory falls on its ass, and that is that against the original, it's not anywhere like this is not anywhere near it. The original has very dull and very crap paint. So at
Well,
the
even
end
if
of
you,
the day,
even if you like take it back and you reverse this a bit, you say, okay, take away the base, take away the gauntlet, right? And you
yeah,
say the actual elements from the original piece,
yeah,
because you've had all those painted anyway. So you've had the
yeah,
original base painted. So if
yeah,
you had this on the original base with original parts that have just been repainted, that's one
yeah,
step. But
yeah.
then you can also get custom heads, you get custom hands for this, you get custom bases, as you see, and then the custom add-ons for that base. So you've got like, I know, I'm not saying you want to sell it, but if you wanted to sell it, you could go, all right, I'll sell you. You break it down and go, I'll sell the gauntlet, I'll sell the base, I'll sell the add-ons,
Yeah,
I'll sell the statue, and you've got like all those different elements to it.
yeah, yeah,
And it's very likely, that if you have the original parts repainted and you just try to sell that, it's very likely that's going to get more money than you would get for just the original statue.
oh yeah, yeah. Because
So,
also it's not a change that, like for example, on this the blue is brighter, which is more comic accurate. The gold is more proper gold, not the way that they did it, and it's shaded. So, and
but
then
also with
obviously they
the
did a weird brown thing with his face, and I've made his faces sort of like a light purple.
also what they did on the base was they used heavy paints and covered up quite a lot of the skeletons.
That's correct. Yeah, the skulls and stuff that are around the base, the steps, the Infinity Gauntlet, the shrine to Lady Death is the steps it's standing on. A lot of people don't know that, but that is, and obviously the in the sort of in the actual tomb itself, it's like a tomb, isn't it? The whole
Yeah.
shrine is like bones and like skeletons of fallen people. So,
Evening, Stuart, how you doing? Evening, Grifter81, how's it going? And Nelson in the house, if you haven't already forgot. Yeah, do the thumbs up. Cheers, buddy. And yeah, I mean, we're not going to go through all of your projects in that much detail, but it's just
yeah.
about,
The problem is, like I said, like
the
with what Leon is saying as well, is if I is harder. Is that sort of comment sort of makes more sense if I then paint his suit black.
yeah.
If I paint his suit black or white and I change all the colours around and I make it like non-accurate, then it becomes a little bit more of a personal taste sort of thing. Could be cool, really could, but whether or not people are going to go for it the same way, I have no idea.
Well, I mean, you've done quite. I mean, this is where we're very different. Where I mean, obviously, I have a couple of kits I've built, and I did the Spider-Man into the negative zone, which I still wouldn't even give a recommend that over to you, but not giving it, but I've been selling that over to you, and for a very reasonable price. Anyway, that I've not really gone into that realm of going down that route of doing like loads of customs. Maybe when I have all my stuff set up and I've got it all there and I'm in my forever home, it might be something that I'm more drawn to.
I think you're
But
more like
I do remember when we started and the people who had been around for a while when we started, um, you know, they were doing this. So you had like Francois doing this a lot.
oh
Madex was doing this a lot.
yeah
And then you had other people as well, which I won't mention, but they were doing it for the reasons where they were getting the statues free off Sideshow because they were saying they were damaged and then getting them customized to repair the broken statue and then selling them on. And they were doing that a lot. So that was another collector as well. The one you mentioned about do you know what I'm talking about?
not really.
The one you mentioned about they sent him a piece and he didn't get any orders.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Anyway, so
yeah.
basically, and I literally, if I was to go on to eBay, and I did see a piece actually on eBay the other day. I saw the original Sabretooth, and it's been painted. It's really cheap as well. It's like £200, I think it is. But the thing about it is
Which one?
pajamas.
Pajama one. Oh, cool.
Yeah, they painted it like black.
Painted what?
The brown is black. Yeah,
Really?
yeah. It's on there like £200. They painted over the pajamas. But then there was also this other guy who I bought the Spider-Man bust off of, and he had a load of things repainted by Vince Val Customs, and
Good painter.
he just wanted too much money for it.
He probably paid a lot to have them painted, though.
I bet. I know. I bet he did.
He's expensive. He's very good, Vince Val, but he was doing like paints on things like he's been doing them for years. He's a very good painter, but I don't think it's cheap.
For me, it was all like the feeling I had was this is customized, but this is your project. It didn't feel personal to me that it would warrant that money.
Yes,
so that was my feeling on that. And then when he goes, "Oh, it costs this much money," I mean, he probably did pay more for it, I would say. But because there wasn't that attachment and that relationship, I never had that relationship with Vince to get the stuff painted, and I didn't have that communication with him to say, "Oh, I want this color and that color."
But you bring up a very good point. Very good point.
Well, that's how I felt though. So for me, I'm detached from that project. So it just
and that definitely would be a problem for me in terms of somebody offering me money, because like there's a lot of effort that went into every decision that's on this piece. So like, and I don't think people appreciate that. I think they'd just be like, "Oh, fine, but this is whatever."
Yeah.
So this is different because this is a fan art one. So this is the Tiago.
This was sold as a kit anyway, I think.
Yeah, these are very rare. I think there's 25 of these in the world.
Oh, poor little Dan James.
Yeah.
You got off him, didn't you?
Yeah. Turned into a winner though, that piece.
Yeah.
And obviously this is the XM Punisher. This is a bit different from a repaint because the XM Punisher one obviously is a beat up, battered bike. So this bike was completely reworked. So all of it was filled in and fixed and then made into sparkling brand new bike. And what I said to Ian, I wanted that bike to look like it just rolled out of a fucking, like what do you call it? Like American Choppers fucking show.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted it to look like.
Orange County Choppers.
Yeah, Orange County Choppers. Yeah. So I said it also. It's got the Alvaro Stuardo fan art head, which is I think the first picture is that one. That one, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, have you then? Like, that's the other side of it. Like, are there any things that you've done and you've just gone like, you've got it back and you've just gone, nah, that's just not what I really how I envisioned it, or that's not really what I wanted.
No, because I'm very precise.
I mean, you have sold a few.
What did I sell?
You sold like Red Hulk.
She-Hulk.
You sold She-Hulk. Yeah.
Yeah, Red She-Hulk.
So both Reds. So Red Hulk and Red She-Hulk.
Yeah, the Wolfpack one I sold. Again, you remember we were talking about the attachment? Like, because I'd already done the first project with the Red Hulk, the original premium format. I love that piece too much. I had to get rid of one of them. So I got him in and he looks great. Wolfpack Red Hulk looks great. But I just couldn't part with the original. There's a lot of sentimental value to that Red Hulk. That was one of our most successful reviews at the time that we did. And that piece means a lot to me. Personally, it's one of the first projects I had repainted. And obviously Lee Everington helped me with all the base and stuff and sent me all these things like to make it look better. So
still actually pretty good. So he's got 73.5 thousand.
I'm happy with that. I'm proud of that. But I've got so much sentimental value to the piece itself and the Pablo Vigiano sculpt that I think is amazing. I just looked at them both and I was like, I prefer the PF. I want to keep the PF. That's basically the crux of it. I wasn't unhappy with the project or anything that he did. I really love that. I really love that camera.
That's my fucking coaster.
Yep.
God damn it, you
Yes,
cocksucker.
there it is. I really love that camo head because I think that piece had a problem where the neck is too wide to the body. So the camo idea came from me thinking about how I can disguise the neck.
Yeah.
So you understand? So this is how I did it, which is like basically.
Well, you can even see when you've got the pieces next to each other, like that neck is fucking massive.
Yeah, but look on the body. Look on the body, like on the picture of it on the body now, versus like when it's not. Like you look at it now, look now, and zoom in. Zoom in. It's disguised.
Yeah.
You can't see just how big that is. When that's not painted like that, fucking massive. It looks like he's got some sort of syndrome.
Yeah.
He's got a fucking huge neck, and it doesn't fit his body at all. It doesn't even fit his head. The neck is well too big.
Josh in the house, how you doing? Stucker from Furno. That's Carl, isn't it? How you doing, Carl? Hope you enjoyed your time in Japan. Grifter. Hi, Alex. Would you get an additional Guyver piece like Guyver 2 female? Also, great to see a company making.
Hey, Karas. Don't know who Karas is. Who's Karas?
It's an anime. Okay. It's quite a cool looking anime, but I've never heard of that one, I'm afraid. No, it doesn't look familiar to me. Caress, like a wolf mask on.
I really like that Red She-Hulk as well, but again, it's character appreciation. It was.
Yeah, actually, I've got the Guyver 1, the Guyver 3, and I've actually got some kits. The Vile Guyver, the Guyver spaceships. I've got the Guyver unit, the Guyver 1 movie bust. Yeah, there's a few customs on the way as well, which something's a bit off with them. My hero, there's just something I can't put my finger on. Not happy about certain things. Anime from okay. Hello from New York, Alex and Gia. Thanks for spending time with us geeks this evening. Thank you for joining us.
Pleasure, my man. Pleasure.
Yeah. Welcome to the party, Eric. Yeah.
I actually fucked up on the She-Hulk.
Yeah.
But not paint and not an idea. I got it in, right? And I didn't open it. And I sent it straight to Ian, right? And he painted it.
Yeah.
And then when it came back and I opened it and it was all repainted, I did not fucking realize how big that fucking tank is.
Yeah.
My plan.
Because your plan was to get in there with fucking the two Hulks.
Thank you. The plan was to have Red Hulk, Red She-Hulk, and Hulk transformation in the same setup, right? And then when I got it, I'd move them all over and I'd space it out. It was nowhere near big enough. You hear all this chat about the fucking Red Hulk, She-Hulk, or the She-Hulk, the XM She-Hulk. Tanks like fucking proportions are ridiculous, well small. Fucking massive, that tank.
Massive. Do you remember why that came to us?
No.
Because Ben was being a dick. And basically, I had a conversation with Ben. And I said, the She-Hulk isn't that good. And the Sideshow She-Hulk is better.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't take it if you gave it to me for free. And he goes, Alexa, send Alex a She-Hulk. I said, dude, I don't fucking want it. And he sent it. He literally sent it. And I'm just like, it turns up and I'm like, George, you want it? You know, take it. And I can't remember, we did some little deal about it at the time. I can't remember what it was. But I was like, I don't fucking want it. And I said to Ben, I'm like, Next time I spoke to him, I was like, "Why the fuck did you send me?" He
Yeah,
goes,
but
"Oh,
here's
because I thought you would think it was better than." I said, "No, I don't fucking want it." And then I said to him, "Well, you do know." I said, "You know what though? The fucking Hulkbuster's terrible. Fucking piece of shit that is." And he just laughed, and I was like, "God damn it!"
here's an,
Nobody was saying that.
here's an interesting point though when you're talking about value, which is the point of this video. How much at the time was that She-Hulk worth? What was it selling for?
$400 or $400, like you could get it
Singapore.
cheap.
For Singapore, 400
Yeah,
Singapore.
yeah.
Right. So
Literally
what we
under
saying?
£300, under like 250.
Right. I sold that for £1,000.
Yeah,
I sold that for £1,000 and it was on bids. And I sold it for £1,000. So it sold for 4 times what the market value of that XM She-Hulk was worth.
bro, it's
So
amazing. Yeah,
when you think about it in that regard, I haven't sold many of them. But the ones I have sold, I've made money.
yeah.
And that was on bids. That wasn't buy it now price. That was on a bid price, and people were bidding up against that. It was on like fucking 700, 800, 900. They went up to like 1K. I think it was like £1,004 it went for.
I do like the way that the yellow line breaks up that base.
Mm.
That was my idea. That was, yeah.
But you know what? It's like it takes a village to raise a child, doesn't it? The more sort of input you can get on things from people that you respect is better.
I'm waiting for the butt part.
No, but
No, but chill.
no, but chill. Yeah, no, but chill.
Yeah, and they go the yellow, sorry, the white there as well. That's great.
Yeah, I changed all the buckles and stuff. I wanted to add that little element. There's an element of the Sideshow premium format I really like.
Yeah.
And then I
I got
took
one of
comic
those for like
references
£200 recently.
with the blue. So I liked blue. There's covers, like awesome covers in the 90s, where he's got this blue shimmer on his fucking shirt. And I was like, I want that.
Yeah.
I want that.
In the arcade game as well, he's got that.
I wanted that on it. And obviously, look, you just.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, for me, this is a test. For me, I think this is the best piece Ian's ever painted.
Yeah.
I think this is his best work. If you want to see what he's capable of, when you sort of give him the right instructions and you're really, really detailed about everything, this. I don't want to blow my own trumpet, but this is his best work.
If it's upgrading it, then I don't think it can lose value.
Yeah,
but that's the point. Is what is subjective sometimes, because again,
exactly.
there'll be someone doing. I've seen projects, and this is why, I put we put the title out of the customization side. We put that up, and then what we would normally do is go on to Facebook and pull off, yeah, wank off, yeah, take down like pictures of what other people have done. But I didn't want to use this as a way of like kind of shitting on other people's projects. So I thought what I'll do is I'll get George to send over his projects and I'll shit on those instead. No. So I thought like, it'd be better if we do that. And then the thing about it is like, I've seen a lot of projects where for me, personally, I really, really look at them and I'm like, what are they thinking? But to them, they're going, oh my God, I'm so happy with this and oh my God, this is amazing, whatever. And I'm like, okay, So to me,
I honestly, I couldn't part with this though.
Yeah,
I couldn't part with this.
Someone in Asia.
There's not.
Asia offered you money or something.
Yeah, a lot of money for this. They offered me a lot of money. I think they offered me $5,000 for this. Yeah. Just like I think I shared all the pictures of it done. And,
is that actually visible on the other one?
Huh?
Is the dial visible normally?
Can't remember. I think it is, dude. Yeah, but I just don't think it looks as good.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, I was like, I think I posted the pictures and stuff, and it was a bit like, I just couldn't do it.
Yeah, or a fake snow on that as well.
Yeah, it's cool. This one's a lot more subtle. Yeah. This project's a lot more subtle. I kept all the browns in. I made the yellows orange, more orange. I made it more blonde. I didn't like that dirty look. His teeth were fucking teeth. Grey eyes, why? I made them white. Why do you want grey eyes?
Yeah.
There's nothing going on there. I made the base snowier. I made the detail brought out in the rocks.
I think it was at Tim. He bought this like kit where you can get the snow and you can add it, and he did like a little video where he was adding it, and it's quite easy. It's quite effective actually.
Yeah. But so that's the most subtle. I always think sometimes that people may give Sideshow a bit too much credit. They see this picture, so I think they might think that that's what you get.
I've seen someone say that. I've seen someone, oh, Sideshow blew, like, knocked us out of the park or whatever. I was just like, oh, okay.
I think it's a subtle enough change that you don't realise. But if you go back to the two heads, you can sort of see.
Is that the Merciless skull?
No, actually it might be.
Yeah.
There's a few actually I've used. Yeah, I've got some on Dark Side Space. I've put some on his base.
Would you say go where? Sorry.
I think there was a side by side of the portraits, but you can sort of see. I don't know if you can see the colour in them.
Yeah.
You can. It's very hard, but you can see, like, if you look at, you can see the I took a little bit of that gloss away. It's a little bit too much, but you can see the yellow around the cuff of his thing versus the actual grey white, and then you
blonde his hair, and then you actually made the main white as well.
That's right, yeah, like a white grey, and then if you look at see how subtle the change is between the orange and the yellow.
Yeah,
really subtle, but it's different. Like the other one on the left is just yellow, and the one on the right is a lot more of an orangey yellow.
It's that thing though as well. I mean, like when you have a custom painter who's semi-good,
yeah,
he should be better than a factory.
Oh, it is. He's never let me down.
I'm not saying he's semi-good. I'm just saying in general, if you have a semi-good painter, they should be able to beat the factory. Because the factories are on a time; they're a real tight time.
Sometimes
they're doing a conveyor belt as well.
Sometimes I look at this and I think I should have been braver and maybe done more with it. But I really wanted the saber tooth that I wanted, that I thought I might get, and the sculpt is really, really there. It just needed just a little bit of extra work.
I just got a small project back from Ian, and he did his usual amazing work. Never had a bad result from him.
Me either, no.
I think I did at the beginning. It was a challenging project, and I didn't really push him on it. One person's treasure is another person's shit. I think that saber tooth shows the difference between custom and an upgrade. Yo, how you doing? Happy JCGR. You know because that's actually there. Your old saber tooth. Was that repainted?
Which one?
Your old saber tooth.
Yeah, Ian repainted him too.
Oh, he's up there somewhere.
So you're going to love that when you get that out. It's brilliant. That piece.
I saw someone actually had the Wolverine for sale, but then we had a conversation about it. And he was over in like Essex or somewhere. And then,
you don't need it. Any Wolverine that you've got that's the right scale will look fantastic next to that saber tooth.
Yeah, I was just interested because it was like £300, and I thought, well, for that price, I'll go and get a repaint and do this and that with it. But then, like, he was a bit like, yeah, it's fine. And we were talking, and obviously from the radio silence, of, well, fuck you then. Happy JCG, there you go. And let's get through these anyway. But yeah, I mean, I think it's all down to, again, if you have, if you put in the work, and I think if you, I mean, there are times where people are a bit brave and they do something, and it's just like, but I'm sure you can still find someone who likes that. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I mean, if someone like,
at the end of the day, if you're a collector, the idea of having something that's incredibly rare as well is a plus.
Yeah.
Like, for example, that head on that Hulk is only one. The only one in the world. I didn't make any more.
Well, that was an actual custom. Wasn't that an actual Sideshow head?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. customized,
that was the
resculpted,
one.
and recasted and redone.
Yeah.
So I had the whole process. He showed me the whole process to do it, and that's the only one. There's no others of that. It's the only one of its kind.
Well, that's
I
I had
could have been like, oh yeah, let's do a RaddTitan exclusive. I'll make 50, made money, but I just don't do that. It's just not like really, you know.
I tried to get Ant to do something like that the other day, but he didn't answer me. That's the funny thing as well, is Ian, I actually did get him to do a custom head for the Punisher, and I wanted the skull mask painting thing, and then he said to me, "Oh, do you want me to do like 20 of them?" And I'm like, "No, no,
Yeah.
I don't." So yeah, but yeah, this is like loads of add-ons. As you say, this is about team effort with other people.
Oh yeah, collaboration, like help from other people. He sent me,
Yeah.
Lee Everington sent me some stuff like just all off his own back. I didn't pay a penny for anything.
Yeah.
But Ian did a fantastic job painting this one. And then I did the Mysterio again. That's another collective effort. Help with Nico Bellic, otherwise known as Pellet, 2000, to clean up that dome. Ian couldn't do that. Something Ian couldn't do. I spoke to him about how to do it, and he was like, "Dude, I really ain't comfortable with trying to rip that dome off. Like, I'm just scared." He like really was adamant. I was really pushing. I was pushing as well.
Yeah.
No, he was just worried. He was like proper worried about it. So I sent it to Nico, and he absolutely smashed it. I had a horrible cigarette
anyway.
stained fucking horrible thing. He absolutely you look at it now.
Yeah.
There's some of the pictures of it. Yeah, absolutely clean the fuck out of it. I like that as well.
Yeah.
That was the idea I had with that, to make it like a little bit. I took a little bit of inspiration from Matt Mickelson from but that sort of corrupted look from Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
What I was going for. I just think that head is just otherwise so fucking boring. And this one was just like to do sort of smoke and stars and planets and sort of all that shit, because it's often depicted like that. So you have the 3 portraits there, but I mean, once that skull's on there, you're never changing that.
Yeah.
It's just too fucking cool.
That was always the huge surprise, which was where XM managed to get that approved.
That might be that also might be one of Ian's better repaints as well.
That might be as well why some of the domes were quite smoky, was because maybe it weren't approved.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But I think it's the inconsistency, really. But yeah, I mean, but I'm very happy with this. I was very pleased with this. How this came out.
I did a really good job. Really, really good job. And then this time,
I guess you better tell people what your inspiration was.
This one hurts.
I had no part in this, apart from. Did I have any part in this, dude?
No, apart from I got dumped. I was in a really emotional place in my life, and then George swooped in and said to me, "Hey, brother, hey, how you doing? I love you, my man. Hey, you see that Spider-Man you've got on the floor over there? You ain't got space for it. I'll look after that for you."
I'll tell you, if I got her on the phone and brought her into this chat, she'd have a different story of this event than you. But you should have a few different things to say. I think she'd say you chose your job over her. So maybe we should stop with the you got in dumped business. I don't know about, you're a very smart guy, and I think you have a way of getting girls to walk away from you, and you've actually pulled the strings and making them do so. And then it's like not on you. You're not the villain. I know you, man. Come on now. I got dumped. I was sad.
Anyway, I was in an emotionally dark place, and then George came in and then said, "Hey, I'll give you a couple of really shit fucking CGCs and a handshake, and we'll call it a day." And I was like, "Okay, man. Okay, take it.
Just love me.
Just bring my friend. Don't you leave me too." Yeah. Anyway, I'm quite disappointed about that one because it did come out really, really well.
It's
And,
nice. It's a nice job.
you know, the idea as well is to keep the pumpkin bombs, you know, like to pop on there,
Yeah.
to be like I had all the crane repainted, so there's actual hazard colours and things like that.
Yeah.
I think he's done another one recently though. Didn't someone else do one?
Who? Ian?
Yeah.
A Negatives on one.
There was definitely a Spider-Man repaint recently, where it's like a similar grey base, I think.
Maybe he done the base the same, but he's not meant to paint any piece the same. So
I don't know. But yeah,
maybe
so yeah.
maybe because he thinks it's yours, it's all right. And I have pretty strict rules, which is no.
Yeah, but no, it's and then all of the white parts were actually they've got like an iridescent coat to them, so they have
Yeah.
like a purple tinge to them as well.
Yeah, that's right.
So yeah, he did really fantastic on that. Anyway, one of the things that was actually quite annoying though was when I put because I still have the Spider-Man and I still have the symbiote, and for some reason this one was taller by like an inch.
Isn't the symbiote one's taller?
No, it was this one was taller than the no, because they were like the same piece, which made it like weird. And the symbiote and the red Spider-Man, they actually fit into the case. And then when I was like, oh, I'll put all three of them, and then he didn't go in the case, and I was just like, I don't understand. And I was in my emotional place, and I just couldn't work out, so I left it on the floor for a little while. But yeah,
that's why I came in. I kept coming around to the house and finding this fucking lovely statue just sitting on the floor like a fucking piece of shit. I was like, I need to take that.
Yeah. XM hat at the back there. Look at that. Where do you think you're going? How the fuck do you think you're going? You lay down. You lay down and you stay there. There you go. My dog trying to get away. So yeah, then there's the custom head on there. No, you say
that's the Alvarez Gerardo one, battle damage one.
Yeah,
that one's a really nice head. It's just he doesn't have any battle damage sort of anywhere else, which is a bit of a shame.
Yeah,
it would look a bit better if you could like put a bit of like put a bit of damage into him elsewhere.
Well,
but to be honest, it's a nice added thing to have because this actually is the regular, so it's nice to have this added sort of head onto it as well.
Well, the symbiote actually, the arm comes off quite good, doesn't it?
Yeah,
the arm comes off like around the logo. Really well. Yeah. You know what happened to mine? I fucked up. I have the exclusive, and then what happened was I got a regular. So I've had like I don't even know how many of this statue. I've had quite a few of them, and so I take out the regular, and I'm looking at the body, and I'm looking at my exclusive body, and I'm like, this regular one is painted so much better.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh yeah, there's a bit of a scuff on my exclusive one, and then I sold the regular, so I swapped over the bodies, right? And then what happened was one day I was like, oh, you know what, I'm going to change the heads over, and I realised that the exclusive head doesn't fit on this regular body. Yeah. So I was just like, God damn it! And I phoned up. I contacted the guy. I'm like, Dan, have you still got it? And he goes, oh no, mate, it fell off the shelf and smashed to pieces. I'm like, God damn it! So yeah, now
I hate that fucking head though. I hate it.
But it doesn't.
I hate the exclusives winking eye idea. It's horrible.
Yeah,
I fucking hate it.
Anyway, so yeah, and I fucked that up. If you purchase a statue and it's yours, if you purchase a statue, it's yours and it's up to you if you want to make changes. I think that's better than to sell it just to buy something else. It depends if you want to keep it, though. Yeah,
I think it makes it harder to sell for you, because you're a bit more invested in it. And I definitely think it's harder in terms of like, I mean, you wouldn't want to ask me what, you know, like what I'd let these go for. It would be ludicrous.
Well, some guy tried to buy that the other month, didn't he? He tried to buy the symbiote negative zone.
Yeah. But I mean, that was a reasonable price.
Yeah.
I thought that was a reasonable price. What did I want?
Well, I think he thought you were giving it to him.
I don't give nothing to no one.
I think he was like acting like you're going to do it for like 400 quid or so.
Fucking up tits, man. 400 £400. I'll send you a photo of it.
I think he was all like, you know, I'm going to get this for this sort of price. And when you told him, well, it cost you that, he'll be like, oh, what? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
What are you talking about, man? What are you talking about?
I mean, just look at the fucking difference on this as well. I think it's startling. I think the work this is ridiculous that they think this is okay.
Yeah,
Gifting.
this one was they dropped the ball so bad on this one.
You know, Martin Canal actually did it like Canalio, everyone says. He did an absolutely sterling job on the sculpt and the whole concept and everything. And they just fucking absolutely killed it in the factory. They just fucking shat all over that work. Yeah. They just treated it like shit.
I remember reviewing it, like Gary brought this over, and we were just like, what the fuck is that?
I mean, even you go back to the opening of the box, like look at the difference. Just look at that. Look at that. On the left is what they think is acceptable. On the right is what I consider to be acceptable. And the same with the body. Look at that. Yeah. Look at the colours and the difference of that. It's shocking.
Yeah.
Look at the work that's gone into the one on the right hand side. Look at what they think is okay.
It's all this really weird overspray everywhere.
Yeah, and it's almost brown. It's the grey is like a brown. None of the cracks. Go zoom into that picture. Zoom into his leg a bit. Go, keep going.
Calm down.
Look, where are the cracks? You can barely see anything. Look at mine. Look at the one on the. Yeah, but look at the difference. Look at all the cracks on the other side. Yeah. Look at mine. You can see the big cracks, right? But look at all the little ones. Like the whole thing is cracks, like everywhere, all over that body.
Well, I'm saying, like, because you can see my arrow. So, like, it's just this weird overspray on the bottom of this skirt.
Yeah.
And then the belt. It's like, what the fuck is going on there?
It's
just so. And that's what I mean. Obviously, that's the Easter problems, but it's just.
What colour is that meant to be? It's like black with a bit of light grey on the top. It's a fucking disgusting performance.
They could have even just done. They could have even done some kind of wash on it, you know. And it would have
been that picture on the left is taken in the same place as the picture on the right.
Yeah,
the same place with the same light source. Everything is the same. It's just absolutely disgraceful that they thought that was okay to give you. It's fucking Cheeto-handed cunt. It's fucking shit, that is.
Sideshow should really hold the factories accountable for not coming anywhere near the prototype. Reminds me of how bad the paint was on the production piece for Promo and Lobo.
Yeah.
Factory paint is dark colour. Yeah,
really is.
Reminds me of how bad paint. Oh no, same one. Okay.
You didn't see that rebar as well, by the way.
I probably would have kept that covered. Fucking hate rebar.
It's all there. Same with the flag. There's like the Superman's flag.
Yeah.
That he's like standing over. That's storytelling, dude. It's fucking storytelling.
Yeah.
They just grade it out. They just grade it, made it rock. You just like
where his foot. You mean this part here, where his foot is?
You know, so you can see on the picture of the base, where if you look at the picture of the bases together, right, there's like a sun logo, which is from Superman's comics, like his basic banner.
Jeez.
But if you look at the two pictures of the bases together, you know, where they're side by side, you can see they just grade it.
Yeah.
They made it dark grey. They just grade it out. So I didn't realise. I didn't even know that was there until basically Ian took it up and sent me a picture of it. It says there's something under his foot here. I was like, my fucking God. When we started looking at it.
Jeez.
And it's like an important storytelling piece. It's like the fall of fucking Superman. And you just can't be bothered. It's grey out. Mental crazy.
Do you want to go over the Thor pieces or try to skip them? Because then, like, do you want to come back to the Thor thing like next time?
I'm easy.
If we do 4 now, we're not going to get any news done.
Let's do some news. Come on.
All right. So we're gonna come back to the best 4 statue. We'll do that next week because otherwise we'll be talking about that and going over that. It'll take ages.
Loads, man. There's
quite a few. So let's just go through those. Really, we'll come back to that next time. So now we've got the Infinity Studios half scale Aragon, and I saw this in Singapore 2023, and it looks quite impressive. Those are really cool. Still, it's not something I would collect in that scale, but yeah,
it's quite big, isn't it? It's like really big.
Half scale, yeah. So yeah,
proper fucking sword and all.
Yeah, Jesus. I saw a thing today which was like a teaser for a custom project for a half scale Darkseid.
Oh dear.
Do you know how big that's going to be? So this is a teaser for PCS. So this is goggles, which they've shown since anyway. These are all because of we didn't get this far for about 3 weeks. So so To Infinity and Beyond, which is going to be Pixar license.
Nice.
This is the tease for the pieces here, which both of them were people. There was a comment on the constructive outrage saying that they look like butt plugs. So you got the throne, Emperor on throne, and then the Emperor there. So the throne's been shown since, and it's up for pre-order. It's actually selling pretty well, so I'm quite happy about that. Makes me look good.
This is fucking awesome, though.
This is third scale, and same as like more, where it's got the storytelling based on there. It's got like LEDs across the top, so they're kind of lit down to show those going on. And here on his throne, this is fully sculpted. This one, and there is another 1/3 coming as well, which is going to be silicon.
Wow.
In different pose.
Looks really good considering it's like sculpted. Looks great, the material.
Yeah.
I think this is a character, this statue, like that it needed a throne. I don't know why Sideshow for the Mythos line didn't do a throne.
Well, they did that weird Mary Poppins thing, didn't they?
It was a bad decision. They should have done like a throne for him, really.
So what they got is they've got with PCS, they've got like with Star Wars, they've got 2 lines going at the moment. So they're both 1/3. So they have the 1/3 sculpted line and then the 1/3 hyper real line.
Like silicon, like hyper real stuff.
Yeah. So this one I think was about $1,500 early bird for 1/3.
Fuck, that's not bad. What's that? Is that where he's got his lightsaber?
Yeah.
You want this? Idiot! Strike me down with it. Brilliant. Fucking cool. Brilliant.
And the base there.
Very cool.
Council and Death Star, all that going on there. It was Vader. The bottom one is that Vader and there's a boat. No.
So fun.
Oh, it's Luke. Yeah, sorry. There you go. Yeah. Oh, what's his number thing coming up? So 23 by 18 by 21. It's not really that bad to display.
No.
It actually displays better than my 1/3 Kinshiro.
Fuck you, Kinshiro.
Yeah, and then this is then the tease for the hyper real one.
So he's younger there.
Yeah, so this one's going to be material and yeah, silicon head.
Nice.
That's going to come soon. Then you got the gargoyles pieces coming as well. So as you can see, the first kind of I guess diorama because it's two characters. So Lexington and I can't remember the other guy's name. The little guy.
When I was a kid and this like was shown, I thought this was really cool.
I never really watched it.
No, I remember I saw the intro. You know, like the intro for it.
Oh, the intro's really
Like,
good. Yeah.
that's fucking cool. I don't think it's.
Intros for the 80s were like really good.
This is 90s. This is 90s, bro. Don't play. This is no 80s cartoon.
No, well, must be like I'm saying like 1990 then.
I would have gone 90. I'm going to go 90, 91. Go.
Argos animated series 94. Okay.
Yeah, see, I had 92 and then you went 90. I was like, yeah. But
okay,
yeah,
we were already in secondary school at that point. Then.
Yeah. I remember this came on in my house and like the introduction of it. I was still at you know, like just the intros. I was like, this looks cool.
Change your mind and do Alex and do the best thing statue. We'll do the best thing statue at one point. There's not
I'd love to do the best thing statue just to see Alex.
Image and butt plug. What scale was better? Not 1/4 life size. Doomsday fucking shit. Oh, sorry, half that. Doomsday, not Dark Side. Sorry, you're right.
Yeah, that's even worse.
1994.
Good boy, Stuart. Well done, lad.
And then you got the repaint of Bill Murray there.
Fucking ridiculous.
And this is a totally unedited, undoctored picture where the painter basically took it and goes, "I finished. Do you approve?" And that was it. So this is like, the way, it's not been fucked with at all. And
nice.
It's great. Yeah, really good. Then these are the last updated sculpts for Winston. It's called Ernie Hudson. Have you seen Ernie Hudson recently?
No.
Dude, man, he's like 80 years old, right?
I bet he looks like that. You there? What has he done now? He just touched something on his screen, and now I can't hear anything he's saying. Fucking spastic. Honestly, I can't help but push buttons, this idiot. What have you done there? He's going to tell me how this guy looks like this right now. The brothers, man, they don't age. There's magic in that cocoa butter, that fucking coconut shit. They keep their skin fucking looking unbelievably fucking moisturized. What have you done? What have you done now? Oh my god. This fucking guy. Now it looks like I'm trying to rent a book from some weird fucking librarian. Jesus Christ. What sort of technical issues may you boys have in here? Well, give them a couple of minutes. Or I'm going to have to bid you adieu. That's just me. That's good. I'm much happier now. I feel like fucking the weight has been lifted. Yeah, I mean, fucking they're crazy. Some of them. I mean, even you look at Ronnie Coleman's fucked, like with all the bodybuilding stuff, and his back is ruined. But like the guy in general's like still looks younger around the face than he actually is. It's fucking unbelievable. They really have got really like they don't age, man. It's like fucking Dorian Gray shit going on. But yeah. I'm sure. I've been seeing pictures of like Danny Glover popping up as well, and he's looking fucking. And I'm sure that guy's old as fuck. Like, it must be like when he done Lethal Weapon, he was in his he was in his 40s or something, maybe 50s. Fuck, might be even older than I thought. Yeah, so I want to get on to fucking. We'll finish off the PCS stuff and let's see if we can do that. A little bit of fan art and some other company stuff. Just get on. Once Alex pulls his butt plug out of his fucking ass and gets on. Like I say, we'll give him that a few minutes and we'll see how it goes. Otherwise, gonna have to bounce out of here. And you surprised me with this the repaint sort of stuff idea. He just sent me a picture. He sent me a message. Can you send me some of your stuff? I was like, why? And it was all like, oh, yeah, I'll tell you when you're on it. I thought, oh, fuck, this is going to be bad. Whatever it is, it's going to be, it's going to take me by surprise. It's not going to be fucking good, especially if he doesn't tell you. I can't. But yeah. Problem is it's fine because I'm not on the helm. I can't like go through any comments and do any of that picture stuff at the minute. Anyway, so fuck did you do then?
I don't know, the internet just went down.
Really?
Yeah, it just went down.
Look like you pushed something across the top.
No, it said, oh, have you seen Ernie Hudson's recently? And then he just cut off. But he's like,
you
Ernie
tell me
Hudson,
he still looks young, right?
he's 79 years old, right? And there's a video of him where he's like training in the gym with this guy. And he's still like in great shape. He looks like that. He's like, you know, see, like training.
Brothers don't age, man. They got a special skin, bro. They don't age.
Yeah, he's like training with this guy. It's actually that video. And he's in great shape.
Shit. Is that fucking guy that the guy's playing Kang? Is he gonna be Ronnie Coleman?
Say that again?
The guy who's playing it who was Kang. Is he gonna be Ronnie Coleman? Is that who he is?
No.
In the film. The bodybuilder film.
No, he's not. He's
Sergio Olivier.
I can't remember. What's his name? Reese Myers or something. Myers.
Yeah. I'm just wondering who he's playing. Is it a biopic? And was it a biopic? Yes. Who's he playing?
I can't remember, but he got blocked all because of all the shit that went on, didn't it?
What got blocked? The film.
Yeah, because of all the like that stuff about beating his wife and whatever, and then it all got on hold. Jonathan Myers come back fighting Chart Magazine, bodybuilding.
It's Sergio.
It's called Magazine Dreams.
Right.
Plays Magazine Dreams, which plays like Joker bodybuilding. Killian Maddox.
Don't know that name. I remember a guy, massive guy. Maybe it's him.
Yeah, no,
very good friend, Lee Priest, if I remember correctly.
Black Boat Crack, yeah. George Foreman died, didn't he? Where does George Foreman rank in your top 10 heavyweights?
George Foreman still ranked as the oldest heavyweight champion in boxing history. Mike Tyson obviously was the youngest, and Foreman's the oldest fighter ever to win the World Heavyweight Championship. So, yeah, I mean Foreman was a killer. I think his legacy is a little bit. I think he's a little bit tarnished by what happened with Ali, a little bit, because he had the beating of Ali. He didn't need to do it. If he'd have just paced himself and not been stupid, he would beat Ali.
Yeah.
And the fact that he sort of, it's a horrible thing to say, but the fact that sort of Ali sort of mentally toyed with him the way he did was, I think people sleep on George Foreman for that. They almost used George Foreman as a stepping stone to raise Ali even higher up. But I mean, fucking Foreman was a good fighter, man. So, and he would be difficult for most other fighters to beat. Do you understand what I mean? So there's a lot of good fighters I don't think would do very well against Foreman at all.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. I don't know. Ranked top 10. He's got to be somewhere around there, really. Has to be. Has to be.
Also got the Predator license, so it'll be interesting to see what we put out with that.
Tough market, that. Tough market.
Yeah, but then, I mean, I actually don't know what characters are being made. I haven't been told yet. So I can speculate.
I don't know if it's smarter, to go the other way.
Well, no, but this is what I'm saying. I'm allowed to speculate because I haven't been told. So if, what would be a smart way is to go with fucking Dutch. Do Dutch.
I don't even know. If it was me, I wouldn't even. He would be my first one. I would do Carl Weathers. I'd make Carl Weathers first. No one's done it. I'd do Carl Weathers. I would.
Yeah, the other way as well is go totally out of the box and do the son of the bitch diorama.
Oh, that'd be awesome. You push it too many fucking pens. Good time.
They got Mr. Stay Puft there. So this is up for pre-order, and this doesn't have any light ups. What's going to happen is there's going to be what is these are going to be like Lego, so they swap together.
All right.
And then they've done it in a way where it's been engineered to do that, so that it's easier to ship, easier to make, easier for the factory to replicate. And then what will happen is you have these, you can customize the windows.
Okay.
So you can put in the different positioning of the windows, and there's no plan for light ups yet. But yeah, it's just these customized windows. Someone's going to just put in a woman in the fucking shower in a couple of them. Yeah.
We've got our showers.
You got Leo.
Leo's in hand, and Leo looks great.
I think come out really, really well. Really strong line.
I sent you a picture of all the brothers together. One of them's missing. I don't know who they haven't done yet.
Michelangelo as well, yeah.
Yeah, but the three of them, really cool together.
Yeah. Well, there's one where he's got Shredder next to them. They come out really well. Yeah.
That's well fucking cool, that is.
It's a really cool line. That's the old image. Stay Puft. So you've got 3 heads on him.
Nice.
This is kind of like Godzilla scale, so with the Godzilla statues. So if you collected the Godzilla statues, it'll be the same scale as that.
That's wicked.
That'd be quite funny to see someone's collection with a Godzilla next to a fucking Stay Puft. That'd be fucking hilarious.
My boy's going to pick Godzilla crazy at the minute.
Oh, yeah.
George has gone full retard.
I still haven't seen the last 3 movies, maybe.
You have to come and watch one with him. Teach you all about
it. This is a licensed Cami.
Nice.
And I can't remember the name of the company. It's literally begins with T and is about fucking 30 letters long. So, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, looks really nice.
He looks great. Yeah. Nice. Well,
there you go. You have to show that angle with Cami. And then this is the sideshow lineup. I don't like that Superman in that lineup, and I don't like the Green Lantern. I don't like that pose.
Yeah, I can't. I personally, I still can't get past the engineering problem with that Superman.
Yeah.
I don't like the fact that you have to take the cape off to change the head.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that's a big problem.
Yeah.
And I think it's a big problem. Not like just because of the way that cape sort of sits on and comes off the way it does. It's a bit of a concern.
Sonny Liston was also used to elevate Ali.
Tell you something about Sonny Liston. Sonny Liston was a fucking killer. Like genuinely. Like he was terrifying, Sonny Liston. Absolutely terrifying as a heavyweight. He just was devastating. And yeah, I mean, Ali, absolutely. I mean, that for me, I think that was probably the moment you knew you were, somebody special, in his prime. I have this funny thing like from boxing where I don't really like Ali very much. I'm one of the few people that don't, and there's a reason. There's a few reasons why. Ali brought in the trash talking and shit talking about other people, and it never went away after Ali brought it in. Really, he was the guy that started all of that. You know, the press conferences where you're just taking the piss and it's all like a big pantomime and a big show. Before Ali, people shook hands. They were respectful towards each other. It was boring, but it was more gentlemanly. I think that we've got probably done about that kind of shit, to be fair. Yeah. And also, I think that he has a padded record. I think he lost a lot of fights that he didn't. He won a lot of fights he didn't deserve to win towards the end of his career, and that never sits well with me. He won it based on popularity and name because he was so well loved, and he was a character and a personality, so you can understand why. But you know, when it comes to fight, when it comes to like scoring, you have a job to do, and you know the better man, more than 5 or 6 times, lost to Ali and didn't deserve to. I mean, I think Ken Norton fucking was one of them. He fought him 3 times, and for me, he won every fight. Or maybe he lost one of them, but he won the other 2, and he got an even. And I don't think that's okay.
Yeah.
So I have a bit of a problem with that. I have a bit of a problem with him in general. So I'm not, you know, the greatest thing really bothers me because there's no way, absolutely no way. There's not a fucking.
Well, I also what about the fact that he just got hit. He took too much damage.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's not an example of boxing either. Consider it's a sport, you know, that I love, and
well, that's where
it gives it a bad name.
Floyd Mayweather, you can kind of say, you know, love or hate him, he's done his whole career without getting hit that much. And that's, you know, that's smart. He's come out, and he's very unlikely that he's going to have, you know, brain damage at the end of it.
Listen, the sweet science of boxing is to hit your opponent and not be hit yourself. And in terms of that, whether you like Floyd Mayweather or not, he's the greatest living example of that. Here's my problem though, and this is the issue. 50-0, you know, Cesar Chavez, he was 80-0 at one point.
Can you come in? Come in if you really want to come in. Are you okay? Hold on.
It's all right. Anyway, so like I was saying, Julio Cesar Chavez, don't know if you know who that person is, but he was a Mexican fighter and an unbelievable fucking fighter. And he was 80-0. 80-0 before his first loss.
Yeah.
So, you know, if 50-0 is a great thing to do it and then to like sort of walk away and stop. But also, you know, there are fighters that have had like really, really good, like crazy good records. If they'd have just stopped at that very point and been smart about it, you know what I mean? They would, you know, you'd never get anywhere near them. So
there's someone else as well, though. I can't remember.
But I mean, in terms of the sweet science, you can't knock Floyd Mayweather at all. You just can't. You can dislike him for sure, but you can't knock him.
Chavez, grand champion.
Great champion, exactly. So he was a fighter very much. I like that Rocky guy who punches cows. That's Duran was the guy who knocked out a horse, as they called him, Hands of Stone.
Frank Bruno will always be the
goat. Lovely guy. He suffered a lot though, man. He got called. Was it Uncle Tom?
Yeah.
Is it Uncle Tom? Is that what they call him? He devastated him his whole career. That Lennox Lewis fucking called him that.
Yeah.
So that was a bit naughty. But yeah, we all loved him, didn't we, Frank?
Do you think Mike Tyson, his prime, could have taken Ali?
Yes. I don't think Ali survives 4 rounds against a 1987 Mike Tyson. No.
Yeah.
The weight is very similar. Ali's taller. I think he's about 6'2". Tyson's about 5'5". Really, Tyson's about 5'10" and a half. I just think that he wouldn't. I just think that you know. I mean, Foreman will tell you that you know Tyson hit hard, even harder than he did, and I don't. And he was quicker. So I don't think so. He was a great fighter. I mean, listen, Cassius Clay, like early Cassius Clay, It's crazy good fighter, really good. But you don't compare Sonny Liston to Tyson either. Sonny Liston won the last 1 round. Tyson was a different animal, and from 86 to 88, towards the end of 88, he started to slip a little bit. But I'd say from 86 to 88, he was a devastating sort of champion fighter. I mean, then you get into super heavyweight guys like prime Lennox Lewis, prime Vitaly Klitschko. Them guys in 6'7", 6'6" is a different. I don't know if Tyson could have done those guys. But against a 6'2", 15 stone alley, 15 half stone, I think Tyson will beat him.
Have you ever seen the movie with Will Smith?
Yes.
Is it good?
Yes. I mean, I will never watch another Will Smith movie again, but yeah, he sort of catches it. He really gets.
Yeah,
probably
I've never seen it.
It's Will Smith's probably best performance. To be fair, I think he captures Ali pretty well.
All right, let's move on. Then you got the Sideshow Witch in the Woods, which is quite similar to the Witch movie as such, because you got the ram there as well. What's his name? Black Phillip, is it?
Yeah, something silly like that.
Yeah, the Black Phillip reminds me of that. Yeah, very, very sexy looking piece there. Redhead as well there, George.
Yeah. I mean, I dig it. The thing is there's so many links to sort of Satanism in this that I wouldn't feel comfortable having something like this in my house.
No, but you can appreciate the art.
I would definitely appreciate the art of it. It actually looks hot, and
Stunning,
the ram looks cool as fuck. I mean, it's a really cool concept.
Yeah.
But as a Christian family person, I couldn't have this in my home. But yeah, it's great.
Black Phillip don't crack. Leon is saying, I don't want to get into another conversation about fighting, but Fedor is a great fighter, but being in prime for so long, I think he was protected as well. Anyway,
you know more probably about the Fedor sort of thing.
I mean, he got done by Henderson at the end. He got done by, I think, fucking Matt Matrione beat him, which is a really shit fighter.
Yeah, but Tyson did all that too.
And he got done by Bader, I think, done him.
There's times when your name will carry you into fights you shouldn't.
Didn't Charles Sonnen beat him? I think Charles Sonnen might have even beat him.
Fedor is like such a name that the name, like Tyson, can get you fights that you have no right taking. You should not be in there with, but people pay to see it, so they'll keep putting it in.
Well, the whole like Japan Pride thing was a whole different ball game anyway. It was more about the kind of freak show fights. So when you see like some of the fights with Fedor, he's with that like Hong Manchu or whatever the guy's name is. He was like 6'2", and he's Fedor's trying to armbar him, and he looks like a child. He looks like a man fighting his kid, and it's hilarious. And he does him. I mean, he does him in the end, and he's always got that cold look. His brother's good as well, but yeah, I do think he was a bit protected. There was a big thing that was meant to happen when UFC bought Pride, and he was meant to fight Couture. And I think he would have done Couture, to be honest with you, because I just think Couture was too small.
It's a bad matchup, isn't it? It's a bad matchup.
Well, Couture's too small. He's a good wrestler, but he should never have fought Lesnar. He should never have fought Lesnar. But it's that kind of thing. He just would have got done that way. It's the same thing where Nadal went over to Pride to fight Jackson. I think Jackson done him. So
yeah.
What did he do, Jackson? I think he done him. No, I can't remember. Anyway, but yeah, Fedor I do think was protected in his prime, especially in that time. And also, there's that big thing that I think Chelsea makes a good point about, which is about in Pride, all the referees wear earpieces.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So he's always like, well, why does the referee need an earpiece?
Yeah.
referee
What's he
should
being
not be
told?
wearing anything. What's he being told? He's being like, it's all staged.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway. So, yeah, Witch looking good.
It's very sexy, man.
Dude, fuck off. This dog. Yeah, burnt arm there as well. Detail.
No, it's like scarred, isn't it? It's like human,
Yeah.
scarred or something. It's almost like
Well, it looks burnt.
weird. There's something weird about that. I don't know. Could be
Yeah,
burnt, maybe. I don't know.
definitely looks burnt. That's a great looking redhead witch with a little horny goat. And then you got the Tweethead's Dark Side,
I think this was a tad disappointing for me.
anticlimactic.
I felt it was. I thought that the tease. I was really like optimistic, but I don't know what he's standing in. But he looks like
Well, it looks like he's standing in a fucking bowl of tomato soup that's in the microwave and
it's
got a
just
bit hot.
yeah. It's really the whole base part on with the figure. I just don't like it at all.
Yeah. He is a bit like what is kind of happening.
Also, the double hand behind his back is like a bit. That's a great pose to have, but like then you probably want to be able to do an alternative where he's got one hand doing something else.
Yeah.
You know, he needs to really have an alternative switch out for that because
Is
otherwise,
this 1/6 and 1/4 or just 1/6? Or
I think it's both. I think it's
yeah.
both. But the back, below the legs is a little disappointing, and I'm a little bit kind of like I don't know about these flames and this thing. It just looks a bit.
Yeah. I'm just not sure. I mean, maybe Stuart can chip in, but I'm not sure what it's meant to be.
It does. It looks like exactly what you said. It looks like he's overcooked his fucking spaghetti.
Yeah.
All bubbling over, and it's just. There's not even clear resin or nothing either, and it looks a bit cheap.
Stuart Murray says he's positive is only 1/6. But what's the base, dude?
Yeah, do you know what that is?
On the base, yeah.
It's that apocalyptic spaghetti bolognese. Acropolis.
This looks pretty cool.
This looks good, yeah. I actually really like the variant on this as well, the Man of War armor.
It just looks like a fire pit of apocalypse.
Shit, then.
Yeah.
It's got no meaning. It's got no. But it's even worse.
Sorry, I don't know why that's there. Yeah, I think this Man of Arms looks great. Looks really fucking cool. And again, it's straight like nostalgia. It just looks. I think this looks really, really nice.
Well, I think they should have put a bit of gloss on that fucking armor.
No, because again, he's like hardened. He's battle hardened. So
I understand, but like, do you not think like with the green underneath being like sort of the matte, that maybe some of that armor should have some sort of shine to it?
I don't know because
it's all a little bit matte. That's why I like the Man of War one a bit more.
Yeah, he's been fighting and he's
There's no thrills in it, I guess. But this one,
I don't like that one at all.
See, I like that one. I'm a bit like, yeah, that's got a bit more to it. Kind of like that. Got some contrast. It's got some shine and some matte. It's got some smooth and some.
The thing I don't like as well is it's like half and half. I don't like. You see, he's got like he's got this standard armor on one side, and then he's like.
I think it's his foot, isn't it? The foot is the standard armor behind him, the right leg.
Yeah, and the arm.
Is the arm the same?
I don't know. It looks. Oh, we were just on the inside of the arm.
I think the armor on the top is different. I don't know why his leg is like that. It's a bit strange.
Yeah, that's what I'm just looking at. I'm like, why?
Maybe the man. I would trust them.
Red fucking hung over and just put two fucking wrong shoes on. All been there, my friend. I don't like the alternate head.
I kind of like the alternative helmet. I'm just not keen on Duncan without a moustache, man. Ain't Duncan. I don't know who the fuck that guy is. I don't know who the fuck that guy is.
I thought Duncan was the king.
Nah, man. Duncan's man at arms, bro.
Who's the king then? What's the king called?
King Raynor.
Oh, okay.
Raynor? Ragnar? No, it's Raynor, Ragnar. Raynor. One of those. But Duncan is man at arms, bro. It's got to have the moustache.
Yeah, definitely.
Matey boy on the right looks a little bit too Vogue, bro.
Looks
Too Vogue. Type of guy that goes out into Manhattan, has a fucking dirty martini, and gets bent over later.
Well, don't you think the moustache would do that as well?
Nah, man. Moustache is Tom Selleck,
Don
fucking
Fry.
juicy goodness, man.
Don Fry.
Tom Selleck, bro.
Have you heard like some of the interviews come up with Don Fry? He's quite funny. Some of the stuff he comes out with.
I was getting raped by Tom Selleck, that one.
Yeah. No, that's not.
That was Don Fry.
Was that Don Fry talking
I think
about?
he's fighting Dan Seven, and Dan Seven's behind him, and the Titans is trying to hit him like barely. It was really bad. It was like I had a bad dream. I was getting sexually molested by Tom Selleck.
The head without the moustache is based on the classic figure. Got to have a moustache. The Red Hulk should always do. Yeah. I don't like the one without the moustache. Nah. Oh yeah,
I just don't see it being
as well. Jay's 1/3 dark size is the same pose. Just kind of kills when switch out options.
Yeah.
Dull. Okay. I like the idea that it's dull and matted from battle. It's not like Iron Man suit.
So did Alex.
Yeah, I agree.
I just thought, right, that when you look at the orange, when you look at the green there, the last picture, you look at the green, right? Yeah, it's a matted sort of dull color, and then so is all the orange and the sort of other bits. If you look on the next picture, again, you can see here that what are you doing?
You said go again?
No, just here. You go closer to his abdomen now. This thing. Yeah, you can see here it's matte again, but there's a shimmer on that armor. There's a bit of a shine, and that gives you a little bit of contrast where the armor just looks like it pops just a little bit more. I'm not talking about turning it into some sort of Iron Man armor. I'm talking about putting a little bit of a shine on it so that it separates itself. When you put matte upon matte, it becomes boring. I think the blue belt that he's wearing on there is the only part of it. You go to around the midsection, it actually looks like it stands out with a bit of detail, with a bit of coolness.
Yeah.
It's got a bit of a shimmer on that blue belt. I think this needs a touch, just a bit of gloss on there, just something to bring that armor up. Doesn't need to look brand new, but it needs to have a bit of a shine on it, like the light skin.
What was the reference then for this grey suit? Has this come from somewhere? Is this like a
it's called Man of War armor. It's an alternative. It's an alternative armor. That obviously there's figures and stuff like that with it.
Was there a figure of it? I don't remember that.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, don't remember that at all.
Just
the displays then of the different Venoms out there.
This shows you the scale of that fucking new one.
They got that out of the box.
I've got that. I had that fucking XM Venom on the left, and it looked well small compared to the new one.
Yeah, that Prime one is massive.
Fucking massive.
And I haven't got that Venom Rise out of the box yet.
Fucking sucks.
These are then the custom Mystique.
I think we'll leave it here, and then what we're going to do is next week we'll just do a fan art week.
Yeah,
there's so much to do, and I'll have more pictures even by then. So we'll do fan art next week, unless anybody becomes on our cut of the week like last week. Hopefully, we're on that.
Man of War is from the Netflix Kevin Smith series. That's why I haven't seen it then. I also think it's super flat, but Blue Merman was the same. Reminds me of the old plaster figures. You used to make up with the red rubber band molds.
Oh no! Okay.
Oh yeah, shit. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah. Do you know when you got the little mold, the little rubber mold, and then you got the plaster of Paris, and you poured it in, and then you made the little cast, and then you got it out, and you took the rubber thing off, and then you painted it. But they only gave you like 4 shit paints, so you can they would show it painted up, looking like fucking amazing. and they'll give you like a red, a blue, a black, and a white or something like that. And you'd be like, how the fuck?
Let me get it straight. You're happy that this like $600 statue looks like some shit fucking plaster crap fucking doing it around with kids?
No, I don't think he's happy about that. I'm just happy that he reminded me of those old shit things where.
No, what I'm saying is that's not the reference you want to be remembering. You do not want to be thinking when you look at that piece, oh, that reminds me of that shit fucking thing that we had.
Cheers, Stuart. Yeah, everyone drop a like.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, man, I had a few of those. But they were always really fucking disappointing.
I've got to be honest, I don't remember those.
Really?
I must have not been allowed to have those. Which, when you think about my mum and making a mess and shit like that, I don't think she let me out.
No, it was just like a rubber cast, and then you basically you get the plaster of Paris, you pour it in, and then you leave it to set, and then
Dude, I never had them.
I had a few of them. Yeah. Jesus, forgot about it. But as I say, they always came with these really crap paints. Really, really crap paints where literally you couldn't mix anything because it was like really shit colours. All right. We will leave it there then.
Yes, another week. Thanks everybody for commenting and being part of the show.
Appreciate it.
God bless you. We'll catch you on the next one, man. Hopefully nobody gets on the wrong side of us next week.
Well, the guy last week, I mean, that got us a few extra likes anyway, and yeah, I'm not going to cover him again.
I looked at his channel, man. Watched a few of his videos, and I was just like, "Fucking hell!"
I skimmed through a video, and I was
Dude,
just like,
"You fucking highlighting him last week is the best thing that's ever going to happen to that guy ever." Honestly, the fucking content I couldn't. Oh my god!
Yeah.
God thinks if you open up statues, that's all you need to be doing. Couldn't fucking believe what I was watching.
I'm not giving him any more time here. Right, night all. Also was a little disappointed how the new tweet had Dark Side. I think I'll keep my XM one. But the XM 1/6 scale Dark Side was really nice.
Much better than that.
So nice. If they made that core scale, that would have been like a grail piece. So people would be mad about that.
The only thing is, obviously, it's sort of a more modernised one, and it's new 52 Dark Side. That's the only problem. It's the only issue.
And all right, should we leave it there then?
Yeah, man. I'll catch you all on the fly next week. Be good.
All right, thanks everyone. Do the usual like, comment, subscribe, share, and adios. Bye-bye.